Yo, what's going on guys, your boy Rebuilds and I back with a new video. Now today in this video, as you can see, we're starting something different. I've bought this wee 2016 crash damage Peugeot 208. Now I think she has a wee 1.4 diesel, 2016. Actually cracking wee car, there's only like 102,000 miles on it. And as you can see, the primary damage is the front, just bumper, wing and headlight. And actually it's pretty clean for 2016, like the only other damage actually on it is a wee dinge in the quarter panel, but I'll probably not be fixing that, or I'll just get the PDR man to do it. So primary damage, headlights, bumper, wing. Now obviously there's stuff in behind this here, it might be damaged and broke. We've got a crossbar, we've got the headlight, we've got a bumper, and we've got a wing. Now I managed to pick this car up for £1,430 all in, and the parts cost me £430, so that's an £1,900 car there. And to be fair, that there will go between anything from like £3 grand to £5 grand. You know, so there's a tidy wee profit to be made in this one. So I'm hoping we do get a nice profit. We could go on to bigger things. Now a lot of people's wondering, where's the transport videos? You've got all this hype about the transport. You said you'd be done for your holiday about 2 months ago, and there's actually no more videos. So we'll take a walk. There's the bumpers. Yep, primed, sitting there. There's the van style bit. Door handles sitting there. So as you can see, it actually is now painted, but I just haven't had time to do any videos on it. So the next video will be painting the bumpers and door handles and whatever our terms is. As you can see, it's actually looking pretty smart. So it is. And yep, look, there's the Mini still sitting there. So the story with the Mini is, I don't want to talk too much out there because don't really like people knowing business, but yeah, the story about the Mini is actually, I was driving as a daily because I obviously took my 7-seater off the road, and then my sister's car blew up and I had no other car but the wee Golf to give her, so I give her the Golf, and then I drove the Mini as a daily, but then the alternator went in the Mini, so I brought it back and pulled the front out of it and swapped the alternator. But apparently Mini Coopers have like this common issue where if say you disconnect the battery, now maybe not all, but apparently it was recalled, but this car's too old, and disconnect the battery or alternator or something goes, it actually, the indicators stop working and the light stock actually starts working, and the windows won't go up and down, and the hazards or nothing will work. But apparently that's all to do with a module underneath the driver's side footwell module or something it's called. I actually don't know the specifics, but I haven't got one of them yet, and you actually need to get programmed to the car. Now to be honest, if it's going to be a dear fix, I'm not fixing it because it's not worth doing. I'll just scrap the car, I don't care, like, because it only costs really £900, so it is what it is. But anyway, we'll get back to this car, a wee Peugeot. So basically, I don't know if any's stripped these cars for it, pretty handy. So there'll be like a couple of wee buttons in there, a wee Torax up in there, maybe one at the bottom, a couple of Toraxes across the bottom, and 2 10mm there, down through the wing. So I'm going to throw these on a wee time lapse, and we'll get stripping it, we'll get the flipping bumper pulled off it, and we'll get the headlight pulled off it, we'll get the wing pulled off it, and then we'll come back and we'll assess if there's any more damage in behind the bumper, because a lot of people see that and go, flip, that actually doesn't look that bad, but seeing behind this here, it's probably wrecked. There'll be wee brackets and everything in there, like wee metal brackets that just twist and bend so easily. So yeah, enough of my talking, I'll get you on the tripod and we'll get her stripped out.
Summer night, and you're never gonna see us again.
So you have it, guys. That's the wing off, the headlight out, and the bumper off. As you can see, the headlight was pretty easy. Just lift it out, kick it to the ground. The wing actually near took the camera out. Now, if you're doing that at home, do not take a wing off like that. Don't be lazy. Just jack her up, take the wheel off, pull the splash guard out, and take it off properly. It's just, I'm in a rush here and I'm sweating and it's so warm. Like, it's unbelievably warm. So yeah, I'm just trying to do things here to see what all we actually need, because I have the wing, I have the headlight, as I said, I have this crossbar, I have the bumper, and obviously a bonnet needs a wee bit of a repair. It's not that bad. As you can see, a wee bit of a dip in it, and obviously we're going to be blending that door anyway for the key colour right and stuff. But again, and behind your wing you've got this damage here. That's your inner wing support, so that'll be easy dressed up. Get a bit of sliding hammer on here, give this a wee bit of a pull this way, dolly us all up nice. That'll be easy. Now the thing I was looking to check is this water bottle, but we're not going to be able to check it until we get a bit of straightening done on this. But I think the next step, guys, is we're going to actually just take this cross member off and get the new one bolted straight on. So you've got your 3 13 Tor axes, or 13 Tor axes, look. 3 13mm bolts, one there, and one at the bottom. You have your horn plug, just disconnect, well, just disconnect it, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Same both sides. So, tell you what we'll do, we'll get that ripped off and I'll get the new cross member fired on and I'll come back to you. So guys, that's the new cross member on, well, second hand new. As I said, I got it all out of a scrapyard, so I got the bumper, wing, headlight and that cross member. I've said it about 5 times now in this video. So basically what I'm going to show you now is how to get all this here into shape, because a lot of people see that damage and go, nah, it's not for me. But I'm just going to show you how simple it is. There's a couple of simple tools. So you've got a wee dolly hammer. Pretty simple, 20 quid off eBay. You've got a lump hammer. I've also got a sliding hammer. Now these are a really good job. People actually custom make them with like brake discs and stuff like that there, but I bought this one, I think, off the internet for about £120. So basically, the first thing you want to do when you look at something like this here, which way has this been driven? So obviously it's been driven like this, more head at the front there, so it's been right in like that. So all I need to do is bring that the same way it went in, and that will make your life easy. So I'm going to show you how simple that actually is. Once you get it out, get your lump hammer as I showed you, as a dolly, and your panel hammer. That actually needs a wee bit more there. Just go in there. Make sure it's pretty straight. So, if you look at that, that's pretty straight compared to what it was. Like, a lot of people think that there's pretty strong, but it's like, goes in, it can come out. That's the way I look at it. So, obviously move your plugs out of the way so you don't smack any of the plugs. Down in there, put a bit more shape in that. You can see, you probably can't see in the camera, but this is actually twisted a wee bit, so we'll get the lump hammer down. I'll tell you what, we'll put the wee slide hammer down there too, and we'll get this wee bit here pulled for it. And look, you can actually start to see it's actually twisting it the way you want to twist it. So again, put your on the dolly. Well, that's not really a dolly to a lot of people, that's just a £2 hammer, but here's the meat. And then this needs actually be twisted up, so obviously the bottom needs to be pulled out. Just like that. And as you can see, the shape of it is actually 20 times better than it ever was. Now if you actually look at this here, you can see there's a bit of a bow in this stuff. But that, again, a bit more working at that and that'll be lovely. This here is probably a bit too far. As you can see, comes down, bows out. So, I'll turn the camera off, I'll do a bit more dollying at it, and we'll come back when we get the new wing and stuff set on. There you have it, guys. A quick, simple fix, like really, because wing, bumper, headlight, all on her in the space of an hour. Now, obviously, it's not really the right shade of purple, is it? Like, it's a bit more greyer, I'd say. But anyway, I'll show you what it is. Basically, lines up lovely. Didn't record actually building it up because there's no point. It's all just sitting there. Well, the wing's bolted properly, the headlight's sort of bolted properly. The bumper is just sitting there. Now, there's actually not a mark on that new part. There's a mark on that bumper there. But to be honest with you, I think that'll polish out. Now obviously you're going, but what's the point here, you're painting it anyway. But basically what I'm saying is then I'll not need to prime any of this. I'll just actually rub this with a bit of 500 and I'll wet and wet prime it. And then wet primers like sealers. I don't know if that's what Americans call it, sealers or whatever, but basically I just paint straight over that then. So what all am I going to be painting? Going to be painting the wing, painting the bumper, and blending that door just to make sure the colour matches 100%. And painting this bonnet, because as you can see, round where the actual gaps is with the headlight, lovely gap, and then bang, bit of a damage in her. Now it's not a hard fix, so we'll actually do that now in this video, get her primed, and then at least that's out of the way. So to me there's a bit of damage there. The bonnet's actually pretty stone chippy as well, so I might prime nearly the whole bonnet, we'll see. I don't want to put colour. I might blend the other wing, I don't know, but there is actually bits of rust and stuff in that bonnet. Apparently these cars are actually prone to rust. So basically, how do you go about fixing the damage? I guess same thing. See that lump hammer I showed you? Put that in behind it. Now tape up the inside so you don't mark the inside, so you don't have to actually paint it. So put that in behind that and bait this height down here, and that will actually start to bring this low up while you're tapping this down. And that one skim you should have that done in. Another wee skim or wee damage, pretty simple. Another one there, pretty simple. So again, I'll just show you on time lapse because it's pretty simple stuff. Just knock it out with a bit of 80 grit and a DA, mix a bit of filler up, 50 to 1 as I told you, like a golf ball of Isopon and a P hardener, get it slapped in, wet it hard and rub it right up to like P180, quick over with the 320, and then mask it out for priming. So we'll get her dollied up anyway in a time lapse and get her eyes pawned and rubbed, and we'll get back to you in that one. That side's pawn finished, looking pretty straight to be honest. Even looks real nice with a headlight as you can see. Just that wee bit of a damage, and I've actually found another one just there. If you actually look at it, you can see like a shinier bit of metal there in the middle that the DA actually hasn't touched, so we need to fix that. Another wee thing is I'm going to just take all these stone chips out. You probably don't see it in the video, but it's actually pretty bad. Like the stone chip, oh, is that another wee dinge? Just a very slight one. So basically what I'm going to do, I'm just going to 2-pack this whole bonnet, prime it, because there's stone chips everywhere. So I might as well just prime it all and paint the bonnet and to make it look pretty good at the front, because it's something for less secure down. And obviously selling it, you want to get the highest price you can get for it, so you try and leave it as best you can and paint the front and paint the bonnet anyway, so there's no point leaving stone chips on it. So anyway guys, this is probably going to be it for this video. I know I did say I'm going to prime it, but to be honest there's no point taping it out in the car and wasting bag and tape, so I might as well just lift the bonnet off, prime it off her, and it'll make life simpler. So in the next video basically what we'll probably be doing is blocking the primer and rubbing these parts to make sure we get them ready for painting, and probably stripping that door, the mirror, wire strip and handle out of it so we can blend the colour into that door and maybe blend the far wing just to make sure colour matches everywhere. No one's going to really know any difference. Leaves a tidier job at the end of the day. You know, we paint that wing and it could look a wee bit different that door, and some people might never notice it, but to me I might as well blend in that and leave it right now anyway. And don't worry guys, I'll not be painting the wing on the car. The wing will be coming back off obviously. You need painting around all the edges and stuff, and just do a real tidy job of it. There's no point half-assing it, you know. If you're going to fix it right. So yeah, this is basically the end of the video. Now I'm planning to sort of set everything up and paint it tomorrow night. This is Thursday, so Friday night, so I probably will be recording again tomorrow night. The transporter videos will be coming back soon. It's just I'm waiting. I've coilovers there, but I've ordered saddle wheels and stuff for it. So the next video on that's probably going to be painting the bumpers and putting coilovers in, putting wheels on, fitting everything up. Now you probably did want to see a video of me painting it, but to be honest, I never got the time. And a big job like that, the overspray and stuff, you probably would never have seen much anyway, you know, because you guys know I don't have a proper booth and stuff. So anyway guys, if you have enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the like button and do subscribe if you're new, because we're at 5,500, so, or 5,500 I wish, 5,500, so that's good. That's actually come a long way from Christmas time. I think we're sitting at like 300, so, you know, if you're new, do subscribe, and if you think I can do anything better, just drop a comment down below and let me know guys. So anyway guys, just rebuilds then out.